Hello, nice to see you here. Today I'm going to share some tips with you about how to care for begonia. As you can see, this begonia is blooming. The flowers are perfect. And a lot of people say begonia is very difficult to care for. They have the tendency to go to dormant in summer. But I have this begonia for a while, and it has been flowering non-stop. And the flowers just look so unreal. They're just so beautiful. They're as big as roses, and the petals just perfect. And I cannot get enough of it. I look at my begonia dozens of times a day to admire the beauty, the brightness of the flower, the perfect structure of the flower and the plants. The key of taking care of your begonia is the lighting and the watering. Normally, I don't water my begonia from the top. I only, as you can see, I have a plate at the bottom. I feel the weight of my pot, and if it feels really light, that means the plant is thirsty, and then I give it water to the plate, and I let the plant to absorb the water. And if the plant is very thirsty and the soil is dry, as you can see, the water goes down very quick. And then if the water is all gone, I will refill it. I'll let the plant itself to decide how much water it needs. I don't water it from the top, because if you water from the top, you have the tendency to overwater it, and you ended up drowning your plant. And wait for a short while, and when the plant do not absorb water from the plate anymore, that means the soil is saturated with the water, and then I just drain off that water. See, the water is still going down. The plant, it is very smart. It decides how much water it needs. And you probably will do this every 2 or 3 days. You just feel how dry the soil is, and then give it a little bit water from the bottom. That way your plant will be nice and healthy, and you wouldn't ruin your plant, and you won't have a failure. And look at this begonia. I've had this since February. Now it's June. In April, it started to go into like the peak flowering time was over. So I gave it a haircut. I cut off all the flower buds and everything. I fed it with a little bit chicken shit to make it recover from the overflowering. The flower was just so crazy. And now you see the leaves are very nice and healthy, and it started flowering again. All the books I read is telling me that the begonia have the tendency going to dormant in summer, and in a lot of nursery or garden center, when they sell this begonia, they mark it as annual. But if you keep it as a house plant, they can be perennial. And look at this little guy. I just did a clipping from this bigger mother plant, and this is about a month old, and it's blooming. It's doing very well, and it's happy here. So in summer, you can just put it close to your window. It will do very well. They don't like very direct, strong, intense sun. They prefer to have a little bit shade and a cool environment to grow. And they can just bloom all year round if you care them right. You have to feed them from time to time because they are they bloom so much. They bloom non-stop, so they need some feed. And the same token goes to orchids. Look at my orchids. I've had them since December, and this is their second bloom. The first bloom was over, and look at this. This is a pink one. We got this nice buds on the go, and pretty soon they will bloom again. They had bloom for 5 months, 6 months, and now it's pretty much done, and the second bloom is coming up. I'm so proud of these plants. And even this white one, you see the buds are still budging. It's going to bloom soon at the tip of the stem. I hope you enjoy gardening and seeing the beautiful plants. If you have any questions, please leave a message. I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching. See you next time.